Yo, what's up, guys? I'm just testing out this new Wi-Fi extender that we got for the house, and I just want to make sure that it's actually working really well. That being said, it's a beautiful Friday, definitely a beautiful Friday. And we're having training tonight. So if you want to join our free lead generation webinar, the link is in my YouTube comments. Go over to CEO929.com /lead mastery webinar. We're going to be giving up some ninja secrets tonight to show you how to generate quality leads without, breaking the bank. That being said, today's topic is going to be what's the best market for you to do real estate, right? And that's what we get all the time. When someone new joins the programs or someone new hit my inbox, yo, Antoine, what should I start virtually wholesaling? What should I look at? And honestly, there's a lot of them everywhere, right? And we're going to break that down. And we talk about this over and over again, but real estate is fundamentals, right? It's like sports. Like when you understand the difference between the best sports players and the mediocre sports players is them mastering the fundamentals. That's all it boils down to. So it's going to be a good episode. Just do me a favor. You know how we get down when we first get started. Where you guys watch it from? Drop where you watch it from in the comments. That's really appreciative. Let me know where you're watching from. City, state. You know how we do it. While we're getting everything started for today's training. And it's going to be an awesome training. I might even give I may even give you guys a few zip codes. You can set it right. You set it in the when I finish my training, I eat that. Set it in there. Close the door when you finish. Give you guys a few zip codes to start pulling your list from. If you don't have PropStream is definitely an awesome place to get these from. Sign up for a 7-day free trial using my link inside of my YouTube show notes /bio. So let's get this thing started, guys. We got our crew in here, Detroit in here, Canada in the house, Columbia's Akron and Columbus, Ohio's in the house, Ghana is in the house. Shout out to everybody who shows up every day. See, I know the difference between the people who are serious and not serious. They're going to show up every single day. If I'm showing up every day for you guys, you can show up too. Take notes and then apply the information. The biggest thing I can teach you guys is when you get the information, apply it as soon as you get it, and it becomes that much effective, right? So let's talk about what's the best place. So it's just two ways to analyze this, right? You first got to understand who your ideal buyers are. So in certain parts of the country, you can buy real estate just for the reason to cash flow, right? So these turnkey real estate houses, and then certain parts of the country, you buy real estate just to flip it. And then other parts of the country, you buy real estate to do creative renting, like short-term rentals, Airbnbs, travel nurse type of thing. So you got to figure out what makes sense to you, right? So I'm gonna open up. Let me see something. Maybe I can open up my PropStream. Actually, no. On Google, and then my phone listening to me. Sorry, guys. And I'm gonna share my screen in just 1 second. Here we go. Present screen share. And, Okay, I found it. So let me know if you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, let me know. This is the map of the entire United States, right? And this is what my opinion is of all of this information, right? If you want to do turnkey rental type deals and you want to deal with landlords and people who buy consistent deals, you should target the Midwest, right? So where's the Midwest? This whole little area right here. So you're looking at Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kentucky, Indiana, certain parts of Illinois, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, pretty okay. But this whole little alley right here is what we call our turnkey rental property type of landlord having type of situation. So when you're looking for like leads, your list that you're going to be pulling in these states are pinpoint lists, such as like pre-foreclosures, such as long-term owners, people with multiple properties. And this the areas that you're going to be targeting. Now, the easiest trick, like I showed you guys the other week, if you were paying attention, the easiest way to pick the cities that you want to monitor population. And I like to focus on cities between 30,000 and 100,000, and that's no more than 45 minutes to an hour away from the biggest cities, the top 2-3 biggest cities. Why is it that? Because I know for a fact that when I do this and I'm looking at this, I know I got buyers there. I know I got consistent people. Most of your cash buyers will be okay with buying deals 45 minutes outside their main stomping grounds, right? 45 minutes is literally a trip from Baltimore down back to DC. So a lot of investors invest in DC, and then a lot of investors invest from DC to Baltimore. So that's the rule of thumb, right? So once you understand that, you literally can go ahead and pick any city you want that has that 30 to 100,000 population, and then pick your list, right? And then given the type of community and stuff, it may just be rental properties. So then you have what we call this Northeast Corridor, right? So if I was picking places like the Carolinas is an awesome place to set up shop, just because it's an abundance of rental property type deals, as well as land deals, as well as fix and flip type deals. Like the major cities in the Carolinas, like the Charlottes, the RDU, Raleigh, Durhams, Winston-Salem. Them are some pretty smoking hot markets. And then you have your South Carolinas, right off the as you come through Fayetteville, North Carolina, you have a couple of hot markets right in South Carolina. The Charleston, anything outside the Charleston region, you're going to get a ton of deal flow. Spartanburg, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is a pretty good area. Then when you come down to Georgia, like the Georgia, this still technically is the northeast part of the United States. Georgia is fit in. Do you want to go up to Atlanta, up here? Do you want to go down? Do you want to be right near the Florida state line with Jacksonville? And then if you look, you got Florida. I'm going to keep Florida to myself because I'm selfish. But Florida's a pretty amazing place to make a lot of money in a short amount of time, because it's, first of all, it's surrounded around water 360 degrees. And then you have all this inland deal flow that you can do, like the Orlando area. Then you have the Jacksonville area right here. And then you have the Panhandle taking you up into that, the Alabama and the Mississippi, Louisiana type of area. So it's an amazing place to invest. But if you go all the way over back up to Virginia is a great place to do deals that set up wholesale. It's just that you have to have a better sales skills. So if you're looking to do Virginias, I would focus on right beneath Richmond. There's a bunch of little small cities on the outskirts of Richmond that you can crush it in. Northern Virginia, a little more complicated, a little more patience, a little more savviness that you would need, because a lot of that stuff is going to be tear downs, new builds. Arlington, Alexandria, that area, you're looking at, $500,000 houses, $1 million as is houses that's bought with the sole purpose to tear down and put up in a new build. But then it's still money up in here. People sleeping on this little corridor right here. It's still a lot of money going up in here. Even Connecticut, I'm thinking about investing in Connecticut. One of my early mentors, when I first got out, I drove up there and spent 3 days with him. And he taught me a lot. And I seen a bunch of deals in Connecticut where I'm like, yo, I might as well be up here doing deals. It give me like Pennsylvania vibes from New York to Connecticut. So you can literally do really great. Pennsylvania is amazing, especially when you stay in like the central Pennsylvania, Lancaster, as well as what else? Lancaster, the Harrisburg corridor. All of that is pretty dope. I'm not really as familiar with Philadelphia, but that Pennsylvania corridor, and then right beside Pennsylvania is Ohio. So a lot of people, this little right here, except for West Virginia, this Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, this is a good blend if you're really trying to do a bunch of low hanging fruit deals where you can make $10,000 to $15,000 on every deal you do. And like I said, all you need is some good solid cold callers as well as a good marketing strategy. So right now is the time to be focused on pre foreclosures and high equities. And just get aggressive. If you can afford to get an extra VA, hire extra part-time VA, $4 an hour, 20 hours a week, $80 out the door. If you don't order Uber Eats one day for 2 people, 3 people out the week, you can afford a VA. So if you was going to order Uber Eats today and you spent $80, you can take that $80 and give it to a VA. So my point is, you got the money. You just got to look at where you're spending your money to make it more of a priority to the things that you should be doing to grow your business. So it's when it boils down to it, it's a priority thing. That's my opinion of this whole situation. Most people struggle not because they had a lack of capital or money. It's because it's a priority thing. It's not as important. The thought of doing deals and being successful in business is great, but to actually compromise and give up something in exchange for it, people won't do it. So that being said, when you look at this whole Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky thing, it's a gold mine. But then one of the things you also want to consider, Texas is pretty dope. You got a bunch of cities in Texas where you can just do freaking mobile homes. You can do land deals, mobile homes. You can buy land deals close to like oil rigs and other places that's really big in Texas, and just slap mobile homes on it and create a mobile home park. The issue with Texas is it's a non-disclosure state. So, if you're not great at comping and understanding values of things, you might want to kind of like, look at that twice before you make that decision. Nebraska is pretty good. And then when you look at this part of the United States, like most of this, like Montana, Wyoming, except for Colorado and certain parts of New Mexico, this is like you can crush it still here, but you're just going to be, putting 2,000 acres, 1,500 acres on a contract, and your buyers is going to be like people who collect land, people who build ranches, people who build exotic like hotels or exotic, short-term stays or exotic like places that people can have sports and leisures, whether they shooting guns or riding horses. So you can still make money out here. It's just that your strategy is going to be a lot different. Then you still got Nevada. Nevada's pretty dope. You can still make money out there. But the issue is like the Californians, it's really tough to penetrate. I'm not saying you can make money there, but if you want to make a seamless virtual wholesale, I think your sweet spot is going to be right here from this Nebraska all the way to Iowa, and then all the way over to Ohio, Pennsylvania, coming back down to Virginia, Maryland, Carolinas, Georgia, Alabama, wrapping around to Arkansas. So this little hole right here in the country is where you should be, honestly. Your marketing. Now, I know a lot of you guys are like, so what city should I pick? Once again, the cities you should pick, my opinion, is type in the city or the state that you're familiar with and you like, and literally say, give me cities in this state. Give me cities in this state by population. And then you go from there. So literally, you can start to figure out a way that, what cities you want to target. And if you really want to get granular, I can, show you guys what zip codes to use and pick based on that. But that's what we typically do, guys. We set up these markets and figure out what we want to market to. Obviously, to create a good campaign, you need a lot of leads, right? 10,000 leads, 5,000 leads minimum to start off a good campaign, because you need to be talking to as many people as possible. You need as many no's as possible so you can get to them yeses, right? If it's taking you 150 no's to get to one yes, then guess what? You only need 20, 30,000 leads just to generate a few dozen or 100 leads. So at the end of the day, stop being cheap and invest in your business. Get you some leads. If you're going to open up a new market, don't try to pull a list of 300 people thinking you're going to get a deal done, unless it's like a really, 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 really niche list, like pre-foreclosures that's about to go to foreclosure in 21 days. If you get a list like that, then that's a good powerful list. But most people can't get their hands on that type of data that specifically. So that being said, just make sure that you're doing the things necessary to pick your markets. This stuff is not hard or overcomplicated, guys. The issue where I see a lot of folks are struggling and failing is the fact that they don't want to do the basics. They don't want to do the mechanics, picking their team, getting them on the phones, setting everything up, and taking them to the moon. If you need help with all of this, we can set all this up for you. Obviously, it's going to cost you some money, and it's going to be a good financial commitment on your behalf. But we can pick your market, we can set it up, we can upload your leads, we can sub your dollar, we can train your VAs, we can put you through training, you can work with us, you can text me as much as you want, and literally send you on your way. So the choice is yours when it comes to figuring out the best markets. Like I said, it's all about preference. I don't really say, oh yeah, Florida's the best market right now. No. It's about preference, because there's always millions of deals going on at any given time in the United States. And it's up to you to, figure out where you want to set up shop to do business. Remember, the VAs don't have any personal attachments to different states and stuff. They 100% virtual themselves. So whatever list you send them, number you send them, it's going to be the same exact energy. It's no, I'm afraid to call people in Texas because they're so pushy, versus, I'm afraid to call people in DC because they're so pushy. They don't know any better. So, boom. So we've got him up and running within a week. Personally trained his VA, set everything up, and we're still not finished with them. We still got a lot of work to do for him. He hired us to really take him to the next level. He's already established, doing deals, kicking ass, chewing bubble gum, but he really wants to tap into that whole VA thing so he can really ramp up his deal flow. He said, my VA's calling already first day. They got a call tomorrow and call back next week. Yes, so they already got a lead tomorrow saying, hey, call me tomorrow, and then one saying call back next week. See, the thing with this is consistency and being at the right place at the right time. And as we continue to add more leads into his system for him, he's going to be generating leads out the ass. And then once we add his vacant properties into that as well, he's going to be good to go. In fact, he may owe me some extra money. I'm just playing, but that's my dog. I can't wait to meet him in person. He's a real good, genuine person. So, that being said, guys, if you have any questions about any of this we're talking about today, feel free to drop your questions. Like I said, look at the country in its entirety and come up with a game plan. Where you're going to see the most bang for your buck outside of Florida is this little circle right here. I wish I can draw it on here, but I'm on the website. So start from South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Missouri, Ohio, Wisconsin, and it's encompassed all this in the middle too. And then you work your way back to Pennsylvania, and then go down to Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. This little circle I love. Like I said, there's bread in Kansas, there's bread in Colorado. Hell, there's even bread in Nebraska and Iowa. But at the end of the day, you just want to figure out what makes sense for you. Yeah, that's my dog. But guys, do you have any questions? It's Friday. Another week went past. Write in the comments, how many leads you got generated this week? How many offers you made this week? How many deals you got in contract? You got to understand your KPIs. If you don't understand, what it takes to get to where you're going, then you'll never know exactly where you need to go to get where you're going. So how many leads that you pulled this week? How many leads that you generated as warm leads, hot leads? How many offers you made? How many contracts got accepted? What's moving forward to the closing table? So that's the end of the week recap. Write that in the comments. Don't be afraid, right? At the end of the day, vulnerability is everything in business. When you're honest with yourself and you're able to say, hey, this is what my situation is, it is what it is. What do you think of the Detroit area? We had a client we used to do calls for. What he did was he figured out a way to attract out of state buyers to come buy these deals. And now I don't know if they were truly really solid deals and out of state buyers ain't no better. I don't know, honestly. But I know he was moving that shit. He was making a ton of money, smoking a lot of weed and doing his thing. So my thing is, there's money everywhere. You just gotta figure out what your niche is and how you're gonna get to the money. So Detroit is pretty solid. There's a bunch of neighborhoods in Detroit still established, big, like mini mansions and stuff like that that you can get on a contract and sell. I don't know about the land development side of things in Detroit, but I do know there's cookie cutter deals that you can do. There's a lot of landlords looking to still own properties and be buy and hold investors in Detroit. So just get in where you fit in, guys. Look at your data, go to PropStream, type in Detroit, Michigan, and then look and see what the transactions are. How many cash buyers, how many pre-foreclosures, how many high equities, and get a feel for what's going on so you can start marketing. And the only way to do this is to get your VAs on the phone, not just text messaging. Guys, you guys got to stop being lazy with the text messages and get them on the phones to actually have an interaction with them and use my new framework. This new framework we created over the last 4 months, and we really just started to put it on our new clients. Rashad, our client from Ghana. We have a lot of clients that's on this call that knows exactly what we're teaching and it's working. We have celebrity clients. His VA is generating quality leads every week because at the end of the day, they using the new framework. And if you want to know more about the new framework, sign up for our training. We'll hook you up. What he say? I need 12 leads a week, but only getting 10. So tweak something, increase. See, you're contracting. You need to expand on what you're doing. So if you need 12 leads, you're only getting 10, then maybe you need to make an extra 300 calls. Maybe you need to hire an extra VA to come in and clean that up for you. Maybe you need to pull one more list, right? Maybe you need to call at a different time of day. Maybe you need to follow up one more time that you already, the power of one more. So change everything in your business and then continue to push forward so that way you can get to how many leads you need. Now, out of the 12 leads that you generated or 10 leads you generated this week, how many offers did you make, Paul? How many offers did you actually make, and how many people accepted your offer and you're in the process of getting a contract? If you're just joining my live, welcome. It's your boy Antoine Campbell. It's an amazing day. It is January 20th. I don't even understand what this month went. This month went by so fast. I feel like 2023 is going to blow past us quicker than we can imagine. Now, what you can do is while it's blowing past you is you can be making money and building your business and getting deals on the contract and that type of thing. But you got to stay consistent and you need a team. There's no way around it. I don't care what nobody say. I will stand up against what I got to say because I will get a chance to. We get a chance to work with hundreds, if not thousands, of clients on a yearly basis, and we get a sneak preview on everybody's business based on what they at, and we have a full understanding of what you need to do and what it takes to and get over the hump that most people can't get over the hump. And that's good marketing, good trained VAs, and a good solid list and a good follow-up sequence to be able to get people on the phones, to get their attention, and then once you got their attention, say what you need to say to get them to move forward. Like I said, today we're running a lead special probably until Monday. We do these randomly, especially when we're seeing people struggle. We want you to get more leads in the pipeline, and if you want more leads, we'll be sending out people who made their orders in the last 24 hours, their leads probably before 2-3 o'clock. We kind of run a little behind today, so if you get your order in today, we can definitely get you your leads out today before the weekend starts so you can start marketing to people over the weekend or set your campaign up for Monday. Go to CEO929.com/leads. Who has a question? Anybody has any more questions? It's a good live today. I feel like we covered a lot on tonight's training. We're going to be back at 6 p.m. So don't go anywhere tonight. Sign up for the training so that you can learn how to generate leads. Definitely, you should have. We sent out all these to whoever signed up for the mastermind. So if you signed up, make sure that you filled out the form correctly. If you haven't signed up, sign up today because we're really going to be pushing the mastermind really hard in the next 30 days to get as many people signed up as possible. We have a class today at 4 o'clock. We are currently in the process of changing that class to a different day and time. But as of right now, it's still 4 o'clock Friday until we get the feedback we need to change the class. And yeah, like he said, don't be afraid to do it. I gave somebody this information yesterday that said they was completely and utterly broke. And I said, well, if you can walk and you can talk and articulate and you can get around town, man, go pull your list of pre-foreclosures or people that's got tax sale issues and go knock on some doors. Take a Saturday, take somebody with you, bring a can of mace, put in your pocket, a taser if necessary. I wouldn't be going to my yard with dogs and stuff in the yard, but be safe out there when you go door knocking. Have your company shirt with your logo on and your hat, maybe a branded clipboard with your logo on, and be polite. Respect these people's privacy. If they don't want to answer the door or if they don't want to, talk to you, then this is one of the hacks that you could do. Go to Vistaprint. Go to Vistaprint and you can get door hangers. You can get like 5,000 door hangers for like $300. And then as you door knock and nobody answer the door, or you see a house in the neighborhood that kind of look like it needs a cash offer, it's not being, taken care and loved on, you put that door hanger on there. You can make the door hanger whatever you want. If we buy houses cash, hey, you want to receive a full, no obligation cash off on your house, text this number, or, here's the UR code, go to the website to receive that offer and vice versa. So once you do that, everything's good to go. And that's the biggest hack that I can give you today is if you're going to be out here in these streets, buy you some door hangers and get you some door hangers. Also, if you got a cousin, nephew, niece, somebody younger between the ages of 12 and like 18, pay them to go out there and go through neighborhoods, or you drive with them through neighborhoods and they just put door hangers on houses and mailboxes, especially if it's like a neighborhood that's, really hot and then has a lot of, fix and flip activities, new build activities going on. See if they're open and interested in a cash offer. That's exactly what I would do if I was you. So if you want to sign up for the mastermind, sign up for the mastermind. What it's going to do is it's going to be able to help you every week, move you forward, get your questions answered, and then fellowship and sistership with other like-minded real estate investors. Like I said, and then if you want hours a week, 2-3 hours a week, sign up for our $97 a month training. It's going to be $97 a month until the end of the month, and then we're taking it up to $197. So I definitely recommend you sign up for that. Also, tonight we're going to be dropping the link to our 2-day event that we're hosting. We haven't done an event in so long, so we need to, put you guys back in motion with our 2-day events. It's going to be pay what you want. So there's no excuses. If you broke, if you got $20 to your name, hey, shit, send us $2. We'll take you in. The point is, 2023, we're not allowing you to make excuses. If I'm showing up every day live on my Facebook and YouTube and wherever else that my team sent this live to, then you need to show up too. You need to show up too and don't make any excuses. Any other questions, guys? Do y'all have any questions? It's Friday. Y'all ain't not in a good mood, man. I'm happy it's Friday. Well, the work never stops, but I'm happy it's Friday because, when you follow a schedule, you can kind of see, like, everything you worked so hard for this week kind of come in fruition. So that's one of the things that, it is what it is. So at the end of the day, guys, if you want to get your business and take your business to the next level, then you need to come on to the free training. And once you come on to the free training tonight, it's no obligation. You're going to learn exactly how to generate leads. Any other questions before we get about out of here? People funny, people goofy. But any other questions before we get on out of here? Once again, tonight, free lead generation webinar, sign up. We got plenty of signups, but I want you there. I want to show you exactly how to generate leads. I want to show you exactly what software we're using and how we're doing SMS. We're going to show you the rotation of your list and what's the best list to start off with. All of the basic things that you guys should know in order to really nurture your leads. That they hit their list and now they're not getting as many leads anymore. We're going to show you a couple of sequences and ways you can continue to hit your list and extract as many leads from it as possible. But it's just all about staying consistent and staying on the phones, right? Obviously, a brand new list is going to really get you great results. And then after a while, it slows down a little bit. But let me tell you something. Stick with it because more and more people are going to end up becoming motivated on that list. And the only way for you to know that is unless you call them. Augusta, Georgia is in the house. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? We got a lot. We got about a good 3 more minutes. Yeah, see you guys tonight. Appreciate you. I'll be talking to you tonight. If you haven't signed up, sign up now. You should be getting an email. And we'll give you direct access to the training tonight. Also, don't forget to click the link in my bio to book a call if you're looking to do business with us, whether hiring a VA, set up your team, doing everything that you need to do to get your business going and